I have a great solution if you've got a struggling reader at home who really wants to read books that are more challenging but get stuck. And so I've recently stumbled upon the Libby app and I wanted to tell you a little bit about it. First of all, Libby is free to use. It is completely free. It is called the Libby app and it's free to install. It basically pulls up digital content from the library that you go to and allows you to borrow things free with a valid library card. There is no subscription or cost, there's no in-app purchases, and there are no late fees. Digital titles are just automatically returned on their due dates, but I did just find out that you can return them early. Okay, so now what devices are compatible with Libby? You can use them on Apple and Android devices. You just have to go into your App Store. And on newer Amazon Fire tablets, it's also available through the Amazon App Store. If you have a Windows computer, a Mac computer, or a Chromebook, you can use Libby in the web browser. You just go to libbyapp.com. They do suggest that you use the latest version of Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Edge to make it accessible. And then you might be familiar with Overdrive, and it does say that Libby was developed by Overdrive, so you could find the same free digital content in Libby, but your library's Overdrive website or Legacy Overdrive app might be like kind of working in tandem with it. So if you want to know if your library works with Libby, you just simply look for it in the app. And then if you are looking for titles, you just simply type it into the app and you can look for magazines and books and audiobooks and all kinds of things. And so I'm just going to quickly take you through my Libby app and kind of show you what it looks like. I literally just set it up. Super, super simple to do. And so I'm just going to go ahead and go right into the shelf. Okay, so you're going to see that this is just the shelf. I haven't set any books up. I haven't set any content up. You're going to see that it's got a little symbol over here for loans, books that you want to put on hold, timeline. I'm sure probably takes like how many books have you checked out and what have you done? And then of course any notices. Okay, so at the bottom down here, there are some icons. So let's just click through the icons. The first one is the magnifying lens. And when you click on the magnifying lens, you can filter things by books, audiobooks, magazines, now available in Kindle. Okay, so you can totally do that. And I recently searched When You Trap a Tiger for a student who had picked that book up from the library. I actually got the audiobook of it and we listened to a portion of it, but I already returned it. So that's no longer in my collection, but that was one that I searched for. So let's say that I was looking for the book, The Key to Rondo, because that is a book that I really like. I have actually suggested this to multiple kids before to read. I don't know if they have it, but I'm just going to say The Key to Rondo and see what comes up in the search. They don't have it. So this is not a book that they have at the library that I am currently using. So let's find another book that I have over here. Let's find How to Train Your Dragon. If they've got that one. How to Train Your Dragon. Okay, they do. So we'll go here and they've got all of them. And I happen to have the blue book, this book right here. So now we're going to match. And if I would click on this, I could either place a hold, I could play a sample, or I could save it. Okay. So this little button up here is my library card, but this is, I could do whatever. So I'm trying to see, is this a audiobook? I'm just going to click books and just see if I can come up with that instead. And I believe that other one was a audiobook. It sounds like it because it said listen to a sample. So they had it on audiobook. Maybe I'm not seeing it here. So there we go. I can get it on audiobook. So let's go back to audiobooks. There we go. And so I've got the actual physical book from the library, and then I could actually place a hold on it, play a sample, or save it. So I don't think this is currently available, but that's okay. I could listen to it later or play a sample. So it's as simple as that. Now, I was looking to see if you could change some of the content. Maybe you're like, well, I don't know if I want my kids looking at everything that's out there. So let's see if we can come in here and figure out where to find the settings. Here's the settings. So you go to the middle button and you can go into content controls. Okay. And under content controls, you can turn some things off. And I'm not 100% sure how to make this work. So I'm just going to let you kind of dive into that on your own. And let's see here. What does this say? This has, I could get magazines and I could place tags on different things. So smart tags are going to help me kind of keep my content organized. So maybe I'm going to be really be getting into Westerns. And so every single time I borrow a Westerns book, I'm going to put the tag on it. Or I'm a school teacher. So maybe every single time I pull out a book for a student, I'll say student book instead of personal book. But the other thing that you can do is you can open this up inside of a Kindle app as well. And so it will prompt you to say, do you want to read this? Where do you want to read your books at? And then you can simply say, this is where I want to read my books at. So let's see if I can pop out of this. We've got available now. So you can just you can look at just for books that are available now. Looks like they follow the Read with Jenna series. So you can look for the Read with Jenna series, and that's pretty much it. So why would I share this with you? I'm sharing this with you because I feel like it's a great way to support kids who are struggling readers, and it's a great way to get them into more books with support. Now, I am still always going to say I think a paper book is better. So grab the paper book, but I think this is a great way to help support your child with the listening of the book. But again, it's another way to take the book on the go if you just have your phone as well. Okay, I hope that this was helpful.